Moro Central Market is among the markets built under Markets and Agricultural Trade Improvement Program financed by the African Development Bank. MPs on the Parliamentary Committee on Public Service and Local Government toured the works at the market. Moro District RDC Silaku James and Moro Municipality Mayor Ismail Mohammed decried the poor construction works of the market facility.
Small stalls there. There are gaps. We lack a safe where a market vendor can keep the commodities and the money. The other thing is the place is not secure.
The place where this market is sitting is like sort of a wetland. It's waterlogged. So I don't know. My fear that maybe it might sink. But the cracks are there.
The project coordinator for Markets and Agricultural Trade Improvement Program at the Ministry of Local Government, Geoffrey Etedu, explains that the market cost over 200 billion shillings and has over 1,000 stores. However, the Public Service and Local Government Committee Chairperson of Parliament, Onzima Godfrey, wasn't convinced on the number of stores and the purported 200 billion shillings spent.
Was constructed at a cost of 20,165,913,237 inclusive of taxes. Total of 1,148 facilities.
Look at these market stalls, they are just for 314 market vendors.
However, the MPs were not happy with the construction works of Moroto market facility.
A design of a structure is dependent on the soil texture and also the ground itself. So you can't raise the question here that it was the water. It was no. First of all, somebody told you here there's water, you are going to build here. Their design must be informed by the what? By the ground.
Want an independent team of engineers be instituted to investigate the works.
To open it up, we don't want to hide to you. We shall ask for an independent team of engineers to come and ascertain this work.
Report compiled by Maureen Iga in Moroto.
The Presidential Chief Executive Officer Forum supports development work and popularizes the private sector involvement in existing local and international initiatives. The forum is channeled towards assisting the coordination and shaping of a growing portfolio of private sector-led empowerment programs that are currently ongoing.
The Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum increases transparency and advocacy, integrity, private sector entrepreneurs, value for people, nationalism, and patriotism. The forum evokes the ideology of Uganda First by creating a comfortable space for the private and public institutions within which people can operate and succeed in realizing a social, political, and economic transformation of local content.
Your Excellency, as you pointed out, a retreat here in Chankwanzi should be made mandatory for all ministries and agencies, such that we can all be on the same page. Your Excellency, my office, I mean the Prime Minister's office, is committed to working with and supporting the Presidential CEO's Forum to ensure socio-economic transformation.
The forum, addressed by President Yoweri Museveni, was at the National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi. This unique CEO's platform represents the private sector, manufacturers and industrialists to work closely with government ministries and departments to reinforce private sector inclusion in development partners and departments to reinforce private sector inclusion in development matters.
For the small and medium enterprises that, as well as startups, since the current policies majorly speak to the growth of the large enterprises.
This chain, this football which goes around like this, is so interlinked. We need to be really very careful when we are suggesting solutions. But there are solutions we can do. Internally we are discussing.
We need to see more involvement or more partnership between government and e-commerce to be able to realize this dream.
The forum's tripartite partnership includes the Head of State, Office of the Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, the Presidents and MDAs, the private sector, which incorporates Chief Executive Officers. It is a unifying body and is made up of 14 board members.
As PCF, we are here to help in any way that we can, and we thank you for choosing to be our patron. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Now, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Francis Mwebesa, has inaugurated a new 8-member board of Uganda Development Corporation in Kampala, urging them to put emphasis on investing in strategic and priority sectors of the economy on behalf of the government. The Minister of State for Industry, David Bahati, said that the board is in place to help reduce imports, which currently stand at 7.2 billion shillings, and are able to process Ugandan raw materials to produce most products from within the country.
And these big companies we are going with are supposed to be making money, which we are part and parcel of the shareholding of these companies. We should be able to generate our own cash or even source money from, as you have heard, the competent people who are here. People who outside this place could be able to entrust their money with this type of board that we have appointed.
It is an investment arm of government, and it's an important institution that we think will make a contribution towards import substitution and export promotion. We want to make sure that our raw materials that we produce in the country have value added. We want to process cassava into starch. We want to process cocoa into chocolates.
Now the most immediate challenge is really the global challenge of the epidemic, the COVID-19, because it has actually dug into all the capital and eroded capital of businesses, and businesses are almost failing to their knees. So the immediate challenge is to make sure that we pick them up. Most of these businesses need some kind of subsidy, some kind of exemption, some kind of government support in order to get back on their feet.
Now, in the area of commemorating the Corruption Week, Uganda loses billions of shillings in syndicated corruption by different government institutions. Civil society and inter-religious institutions have embarked on a fight against the vice to support government eliminate the loss of taxpayers' money.
The civil society organization and inter-religious institution have joined government in the fight against corruption-related tendencies in government agencies. This comes ahead of the 9th December, when the country will join the world to commemorate International Anti-Corruption Day. The call was made during the 8th Days Awakening Conference at CDMI Church, Kololo, where church leaders revealed that churches still have a big role to play in preaching against the vice.
There is a fight against corruption, and the government is doing their level best to do it. We thank God for our sister Edith Nakalema, who is in that office of the president, the anti-corruption office. She has done a tremendous work, and I believe God that she is the right vessel as a born-again believer that I've known for some time.
Apostle Mike Chimuli said that corruption begins in our families until it reaches other big offices, of which all end in church every Sunday. The meeting was to awaken church after a long period in lockdown, where many believers have backslided into evil behaviors.
Corruption is not only in those big offices. I know someone can use his office or abuse the office, but there is also our homes, because charity begins at home. The church has a role to play, because most of the people we call corrupt people have churches where they pray, have places of worship. They have spiritual leaders that can speak to them. So the question is, what kind of gospel are they listening to?
Chimuli says this is the time to prepare the country and the world for 2022.
We are in a meeting which we have termed an awakening call. We felt like this is a time to awaken the church. After a long time of lockdown, when we resumed, we felt like people had slept for long, others had backslidden, gone back in their former behaviors, and there is a need to awaken people back to their first love.
Now, over 200 residents from Mahuhambo Town Council in Rwanda District have demonstrated against the move by district authorities to halt the Bushura water scheme. It follows the 19th November council meeting that resolved to suspend funding the 6 billion shillings water scheme.
Humble residents have demonstrated over council's decision to hold the 6 billion water project. The decision by council angered residents who feel that it was based on political grounds. The protesters tasked their area councillors to explain grounds that led to the decision.
Yajangura councillor bamusupporting ngwamizi ka Muhambo Town council tugemereze ngolero tuze kukora gandi ngwabwo kuba sente ziri kari kutwara ni nyinji mumbwenu ba councillor baba bataga stopingire obo wabo tibarabone cyo gukora
amwenda yo kwikumi na kumwe tukaza mu council twakire mu council ekintu kyamizi ga Bushura kikaba kitali ha order paper kaba mwabajire mu jogebembezi murakimanya ekintu kitali ha order paper tibakakikaho.
The councillors have petitioned the Solicitor General to intervene in the matter, or they will seek court action.
Ekibakora aharigeki na offices ezitwaye rukiremu nabwe kote igwire nyewe dihaze mwene bucera hendiho na kote ndata y'umushango bagutusharire ahabwo kwa mateka garatukatira.
The people of Mambo Town Council, we are not happy because that our project are going to shift from water scheme to national water and sewage corporation.
Rwanda LC5 chairperson Stephen Kashaba said that they took a decision after realizing the district could not afford water expenses. He denies using illegal means to endorse the move.
That meeting we resolved that we do not add more money on the project, and we came up with a motion which the minister or the secretary for works presented on the floor of Parliament. Under my presentation as the chair, my address, I gave the reasons as to why the district should not proceed putting a lot of money with more money which we do not have.
Now, government has promised to implement its manifesto to the people of Kayunga district through the rural electrification and other infrastructural developments. The area member of parliament for Ntenjeru North, Amos Lugolobi, said this during the ongoing campaigns for the LC5 by-elections for Kayunga district.
Kayunga LC5 by-election has taken yet another twist after the area member of parliament for Ntenjeru North, also Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Amos Lugolobi, joined the NRM flag bearer, Andrew Muwonge. Speaking during the scientific campaign, Amos Lugolobi urged residents of Kayunga to vote the NRM candidate. Minister Lugolobi told the people of Kayunga that government plans to launch the rural electrification program. Rogers Mulindwa, the NRM senior manager in charge of communication, expressed concern over the lack of electoral education by the masses.
I think for the position of the LC5 chairperson, they had over 12,000 invalid votes. That's on the higher side. We have to minimize some of these votes.
Now, it's the issue of the federal roads that will be worked by Muwonge when he's elected as the chairman LC5.
Other candidates in the race include Nops Harriet Nakwede, Democratic Party's Wadimba, Bandi Kubi Boniface Musisi, Kamoga Jamil and Nyanzi Majid, both on the independent ticket, also traversing the district for the LC5 seat.
Okulabanga tugatta amaanyi gaffe ng'abakulembeze okulabanga ebiremedde mu kkubo tubikola ki tubiggusa
tulimu bwe tulaba tusizaamu amaanyi nga tetweyawudde ne twagazisa abantu.
Campaigns for LC5 by-elections will end on 14th this month, and voting exercise will take place on the 16th of the same month. I'm Navka Farida and Robert Katamba.
Well, with that story, we take a short break and we return with more news.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Secu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Secu points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Secu points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Secu points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
The Inspector General of Government informs all invited guests for the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day on the 9th of December 2021 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds to please go for COVID tests at the following locations. Dignitaries with the red stickers, including ministers and other senior government officials, will take their COVID test from the Office of the Prime Minister. Details of COVID testing locations for other invited guests are included in the invitation cards. Please note that arrival time to the venue is 8 a.m. and attendance is by invitation only.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
Mariam, in your Lantoro, Tabedo Jinja, Tadio Star 185, Tachulo Rigo TV for a month. After 2 days, your Airtel Jobinojo Goran Simus and now winning 100,000.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. It's time for business. And as we enter into the business segment, a Ugandan entrepreneur has invented an FGM solution dubbed Access Mobile to help in elimination of female genital mutilation, harmful practice in the Pokot and Sabini communities in the north and northeastern Uganda.
Global statistics indicate that 200 million women and girls are subjected to the harmful practice of female genital mutilation, commonly known as FGM. In Uganda, the practice is high among the Pokot and Sabine at 97%. According to UNFPA, this scourge is not acceptable in the 21st century. They have come up with an FGM hack lab that will help eliminate harmful effects of FGM.
To do a lot of sensitization, teach our community and even the local leaders and everyone that is around us to know the effects and the impacts of FGM.
FGM is really sensitive because it's a human rights violation. So we need to have as many stories told to the world so that this does not continue to happen.
That particular demographic that is affected most by this practice, to be able to stand up and say no more, and to be able to come up with solutions that are most relevant, that can really deal with the most pressing challenges and bottlenecks.
The winning team from Nigeria came up with a solution dubbed Smart RR, a mobile application that is meant to offer victims of FGM anonymity to report cases and also encode reporters of cases.
Basically establishing linkages between survivors and service providers. This means that with our technical scheme.
The second winner from Uganda invented a solution dubbed Access Mobile. Joseph Mulabi explains that incorporating the aspect of village volunteers is among the things that helped him excel.
These areas, infrastructure development is still very poor. You can see even in our urban centers. But how about these communities? So incorporating the already people who are experiencing this problem could have been a trigger for the judges, but also
another innovator from Uganda came up with an innovation, HASFA, in the name of the victim. Her emphasis is to give a voice to the women and girls. These innovations are to be implemented in the next 6 months and then assess their impact in eliminating FGM. I'm Nafka Farida and Daniel Lugemwa in Kampala.
Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited has registered revenue growth of about 91.9 billion Ugandan shillings in the financial year 2021. State Minister for Investment and Privatization, Evelyn Anite, says the urgent needs of Karuma Dam completion will increase power generation for the next investment.
Government of Uganda in this year started the servicing of the loan acquired from the Exim Bank towards the construction of Karuma Dam. For 8 years since the government started the construction, the dam is still behind the schedule.
And that will not be good for the citizens, neither would it be good for the managers of government.
Minister Ante blamed the Chinese contractor, Sino Hydro, for failing to meet the project deadline.
It's because the contractor wanted to hand over to us unfinished product that was poorly done.
And he revealed this at the annual general meeting of the Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited for financial year 2021. The company registered revenue growth of 91.9 billion shillings as compared to the last year's 2.8 billion shillings. Revenue collection grew from 161.9 billion shillings to 169 billion shillings, which is 5% growth.
Because I emphasize that this profit is not for an individual in UEGCL or what. It is the profit for the citizens. So the citizens, the managers that we put in place as government to manage the generation company on our behalf, they've registered the profit of 91.9 billion. So congratulations.
Meanwhile, vandalism and high cost of compensations have been raised as the main hurdles to the development of electricity infrastructure.
And therefore, as citizens, our responsibility is to make sure that we protect those lines that are vandalized.
The company is also in the process of acquiring Naluvali and Kira power plants to boost power generation.
We believe that come March 2023, we'll be able to successfully take over the plant. So all arrangements are in place.
The Karuma project was supposed to be commissioned in the December 2019 and missed the target date, and later 12 months extension was granted, which the contractor again failed. The commissioning set on 22nd of June 2022. Abdul Nasile Lubwama and David Asimwe, UBC News.
The Inspector General of Government informs all invited guests for the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day on the 9th of December 2021 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds to please go for COVID tests at the following locations. Dignitaries with the red stickers, including ministers and other senior government officials, will take their COVID tests from the Office of the Prime Minister. Details of COVID testing locations for other invited guests are included in the invitation cards. Please note that arrival time to the venue is 8 a.m. and attendance is by invitation only.
Raising voices.
Like other fathers across Uganda, I'm standing up to say no to violence against children. I commit to give my children a violence-free childhood. As fathers, we can make Uganda safer for our children. I promise to speak out when I see violence.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Sinuk Uganda Limited and JP Wong Energy present to you the Sinuk Q4 Oil and Gas Supplier Development E-Conference 2021 under the theme Unveiling the Kingfisher Project Opportunities After Final Investment Decision. The panelists will include Soji Koledat, Business Development Manager JP Wong Energy, Zhao Bin, Representative COOEC, Evans Nan, Deputy Representative CSCEC, Emmanuel Mugarura, Chief Executive Officer AUGOS, John K. Walugembe, Executive Director Small and Medium Enterprises Foundation, Matthew Chaligonza, National Content Manager Sinuk Uganda Limited, and Alex Biamukama, the National Content Officer Contracts Petroleum Authority Uganda. The event will be moderated by Tony Ukaoto, the Chief Executive Officer Stanbic Business Incubator. The event will be live on UBC TV and all her social media platforms on Thursday the 9th of December 2021 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. This is our guest corner, and this very afternoon we are blessed to have Airtel Mobile Commerce Uganda Limited, and I think it is we can call it one of the financial inclusion arms in Airtel Uganda. And in studios I'm joined by Matthias Busulwa. He is here to shed a bit of more light on the new promo that has come up. It's none other than Money After Money. He's here to give us an in-depth of what this promo is all about. Matthias Busulwa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
He's calling himself the Airtel representative. So
yes.
Does the Airtel representative have a designation in Airtel Mobile Commerce Uganda Limited?
I'm actually the business manager.
You're the business manager?
Yes, here in Kampala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just give us an in-depth, first and foremost, before we delve into the promo, what's the difference between Airtel Uganda and Airtel Mobile Commerce Uganda Limited?
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction. First of all, let me say hi to our dear viewers. Good afternoon, dear viewers. And also to put a name to the face, I'm Matthias Busulwa from Airtel Uganda. Now, Airtel Mobile Commerce is an arm of Airtel Uganda. And it's a financial inclusion arm, call it Airtel Money, that is commonly known out there. People know Airtel Money. So we are still talking about Airtel
Mobile Money.
Yes.
So we do have the whole body Airtel Uganda, exactly. But now the part it's part of the body of Airtel Uganda.
Yeah, where our dear customers do the transactions.
So it's a mere financial inclusion.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay,
yes.
I get it. So let's dig a little deeper into this new promo. It's called Money After Money.
Money After Money.
How did you come up with this?
Very exciting promo. And at Airtel, we believe in financial inclusion. Therefore, we want to encourage our dear customers to use Airtel Money.
Okay.
So we came up with a promotion to reward to back to our dear customers. In this promotion, we've so far rewarded over 800 customers with over 80 million shillings. And we are still rewarding. For your information and for our dear viewers out there, we are rewarding 1.5 billion shillings.
1.5 billion
cash
Ugandan
prizes.
shillings, cash prizes.
Cash.
Okay.
And we are doing this in 90 days. That is, we started this promotion in on 15th November. And we are going all the way to next year, February 15th.
February 15th.
So we are rewarding every day. Every day we are rewarding back to our dear customers. We are rewarding to 100 customers daily
on daily
with
basis.
100,000 shillings.
Can you give us the details of these rewards? What exactly is the category of reward you're talking about? I load my airtime, you know, via mobile money, and I get a reward. Does it come in form of points, like maybe minutes, data, SMS? What kind of rewards are we talking about?
It's typically cash.
Cash.
It's cash. So a customer participates by simply doing any of the transactions
airtel
on
money
our
transactions. Okay.
Say send money.
Send money.
Deposit money.
Deposit money.
Pay bills.
You should also give for receiving money. Some of us receive a lot.
That is also a transaction.
Okay.
That is also a transaction. Pay bills. International monetary transfers. If you send money from Uganda and you're sending it to
maybe Kenya
sending
or
abroad
Tanzania,
or cross border, we'll reward you. For your information, we even reward those customers that will borrow. We have a product on Airtel Money where you can borrow.
Borrow money.
Borrow and save.
Okay.
So for those who save on Airtel Money, they are actually participants in this promotion. So we are rewarding 100 customers.
100 customers
with 100,000 shillings each.
What's the basic amount? The basic, I mean, which amount is the list to be rewarded?
100,000.
100 is the list.
Yes, 100.
Not 20,000, not 50.
It's 100,000.
Okay. So you give 100,000 to 100 customers on daily basis.
Yes, that is briefly 10 million shillings every day going out to customers. On top of that, we are as well rewarding agents.
Okay.
Yeah, the agents. An agent is a business person out there who is supporting, who has an Airtel Money agent line and is supporting the transactions.
Okay.
Customers go to these agents, they either withdraw or deposit money. So we are rewarding 20 of them daily with 100,000.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So the 100 customers are strictly for the normal subscribers.
Normal subscribers.
And then for the 20 are specifically for the business area.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very interesting there. Now, what I want to understand is what I only have to do is keep my Airtel Money transacting.
Exactly.
And I qualify.
Sure.
How will I know that now I've entered into the draw? My job is just to keep on transacting.
Keep transacting. The more times you transact, the more chances
so what happens?
of winning.
How do you know that now I'm in the draw?
Now, it is as simple as transacting. Simply dial star
Yes.
185
star
hash.
185.
Yes.
Hash.
And carry out any of the services on Airtel Money platform. Star 185 hash is a platform for Airtel Money. Yeah. So once you dial that,
I thought that when you get into the promo, you get a message prompt that thank you so much for transacting. Now you've entered into the draw. That's what I was looking for.
So whenever you transact, every time you transact, you enter into the draw.
Okay.
We have a randomizer which will pick out the daily winners. So every day we run a draw and we pick out 100 customers,
okay,
and then the 20 agents that do transact. And this is communicated. It's broadcasted live on TV. And after picking out those customers, we will give them a call. And here I want to emphasize, the only number that will call customers is 0200
100
100
100.
Yes, if I may repeat it.
Yes,
any other number is fraud. Please don't listen to them. Yeah, so if I may repeat, it is 0200 100 100. That is the only number that will contact the winners.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much. We're running out of time. We will, I think, call you in back to discuss more of this, but right now time is really bad on our side. But thank you so much, Matthias, for coming in.
Thank you.
Maybe just one last word to the audience.
Thank you very much. I want to encourage our dear customers to keep using Airtel Money.
Okay.
For them to get a chance of winning cash. And I want also to warn them against fraudsters who may take this opportunity to call them. I want to re-emphasize that the only number that will call them is 0200 100 100.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthias.
Thank you.
That was Matthias Busulwa from Airtel Uganda, and she's the business manager in that area. Now, thank you so much for being a part of us. As you heard it from the horse's mouth, Money After Money is a promo, a new promo that encourages all users to participate more, to transact more on Airtel Money, that is mobile money. So there is a prize of 100,000 shillings to win on daily basis. So don't lose out. Anything you want to do, do it on mobile money. Do it on mobile money, and you stand a chance to win 100,000 on a daily basis. Thank you so much for being a part of us this lunch time. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. A very good afternoon to you.
Introducing Learn From Home Data Bundles. Customized bundles for you and your family to study or work seamlessly from the comfort of your home. Use any of these affordable data bundles to connect to your MiFi routers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones while avoiding unwanted internet exposure and ensuring undivided attention during online classes. Enjoy instant access to Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and selected educational websites. Dial *175# to buy your Learn From Home bundle today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Terms and conditions apply.
Tune in to UBC TV this Thursday, December 9th at 7:30 p.m. to watch the exciting Rwenzori Mountains of the Moon documentary starring Golola Moses and Miss Lily Ajarova.
I have a saying of saying that nothing is impossible.